Hi, and welcome to Butler Pantry in Saugatuck, Michigan. Okay, we have done a series of videos, and we started on the north coast of California, the north coast AVA of California. The first one was on Mendocino County, Mendocino Ridge, and Lake County. Okay, now we're going to continue with those series on Sonoma AVA. And before we start, we're going to introduce some people. First is Michael, my friend out from California, who spends a lot of time there. But also we have Michael. Elvis is here with you. Julia is here with you. Steve and Edie, they showed up. And they were on tour. And Elvis and also Max, Elvis's sidekick.
Oh my God, so much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
I know.
I mean, celebrities are just for you.
You didn't tell me this ahead of time.
Well, I want you to I want it to be a surprise. Okay? And so, Sonoma, Valley of the Moons.
Valley of the Moons.
16 sub-AVAs.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about all of them, but first, tell us about the climate.
Oh, awesome. Because when I started drinking wine, I started out in Sonoma County, which is amazing because there's so much variety. And why is there so much variety? There's variety because if you look at the geographic area, it spans everything from the coast where it's cool. It's actually cold, right? So grapes like Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, very thin skin, they can only be in cold weather. They survive there. But then as you move eastward, you get into the valleys. It's really hot. We're talking about 105, 110 degrees in the summer. So then you get big wines like Cabernet, Cabs. You get Zinfandels, Merlots. You get really great wines there. So the point of Sonoma County is, boy, you can get almost anything there, and that's what's so exciting about it.
And the vines. They have vines that are like
as old as me, even older.
Older than you.
I know.
And that's pretty old.
And that's old.
Wow.
That is, even dusty.
Super old.
Super old.
Wow.
So and those old vines create some, there's a lot of great outcome from that. Those old vines aren't there.
But as there always is with the old, the old is underrated.
All right, so we'll move on to the AVAs. All right,
Yeah.
so Alexander Valley.
Yes.
Everybody's heard of Alexander Valley, right?
Everybody's heard of Alexander Valley. So Alexander Valley is one of those valleys I was talking to you about, really hot and really great wine. So you got.
We can't see it on here.
You got Cabs, and you got Zins. So if you're ever to Old Vine Zins, Alexander Valley is like epic in that area, and there's some really, really great wineries there.
And I just tried from Alexander Valley a Merlot, which I was so surprised, but we had a few bottles before, but it still seemed really good, and kind of stood out. So,
by the way, in poor Merlot, right? Everybody remembers Bottle Shock, right? And there used to be a lot of Merlot, grown in Sonoma Valley, and then Pinot Noir, partially because of the movie Bottle Shock, kind of took it over. And so not a lot of Merlot anymore, which is a shame.
Well, and I have a lot of Merlots here, and I actually use them from wine tasting, and people go like, the first they'll say, I don't like Merlot. And I'll pour it. I won't tell them what it is. They'll go like, ooh, I like this. It's a Merlot. And they're always like, it is a Merlot?
So it's the Rodney Dangerfield of wines. It gets no respect.
Gets no respect, and it can be a fantastic wine to drink. So now let's go to Russian River Valley, which has amazing wines that come out of there.
Yes.
Okay.
Tend to be cooler. Tend to be a lot of Pinots, a lot of white wines, a lot of Chardonnay. You've got some great examples of this. We have two examples, but let's talk about some of the sub-AVAs of Russian River Valley. First of all, you go in a restaurant, what do you see on the menu? Chalk Hill. That is a sub-AVA of Russian River Valley. I tell you, these are maybe two you've never heard of. Green Valley, and in Green Valley there is a land called Gilded Ridge, which we're going to sample today. We have here, and that's later on, and that's the most prized land of the Russian River Valley. In fact, all of Sonoma Exactly. And by the way, and if you're going to go to Russian River, and if you're going to go to Chalk Hill, and you're going to go to all these great places, for those of you, if you're ever going to plan a trip out there, the town, the closest nice town around there is a town called Healdsburg. And if you guys are going to travel there, you got to go and see Healdsburg and eat dinner there, and then go to all of these different sub-AVAs that Craig just mentioned. That's when I fell in love with Sonoma County. It was really Healdsburg and the surrounding areas.
And it continues.
Oh.
Dry Creek.
Oh.
My God,
There's more.
Sarajevo. Everyone's
Yeah.
heard of Sarajevo. Hopefully
Yep.
you guys ever Sarajevo.
Yeah.
Right? Ridge.
Yeah.
You go in, you walk in, you say like, oh, they have a Ridge wine. Dry Creek.
McCrosty is another one, not Dry Creek, but it's also kind of between the Russian River Valley. It's slightly north of it. Also a beautiful winery.
Yeah, and then moving right along, we're going on to, let's just use Sonoma. Sonoma Valley, Sonoma Coast, and Sonoma Mountains.
Mm.
All those places. And places people haven't heard of is Fort Ross, right?
Yep. And it gets back to that geographic diversity we were talking about. Every single kind of geographic type, coast, mountains, and valleys, it's all there.
And Caneros. If you see a bottle of wine, a Chardonnay from Caneros, don't go for the other one that has a different. Russian River is good, right?
Yeah.
But when you see a Chardonnay from Caneros, I gotta tell you, they're some of the best Chardonnays I've ever drunk.
And again, why is that? It gets down to geography. So Carneros is by the San Francisco Bay, right? It's right next to San Francisco. It's cool. So once again, you get the beautiful Chardonnays, you get the beautiful Pinot Noirs there.
And you also got the Mayakama Mountains.
Oh yes, exactly.
Right. And the Snow Mountains too. And another one. Right. And the other one is nobody's ever heard of. I've never heard of until we're looking at the Sonoma AVA is Bennett, which is the Santa Rosa area. Bennett.
I know. I mean, you mentioned Bennett to me, and I was honestly.
We're stumped.
We're stumped on this one. So, and maybe we're giving Bennett great disrespect. So if so, we apologize.
Are we going to go out there and investigate Bennett?
Yeah.
Is it a deal on that? Is it a deal? Here, give me a handshake.
So
good. We're going to go out and see Bennett.
So this guy.
Plan a tour.
Look, we hear from the crowd. Plan a tour.
Exactly. When it comes to
a driver too.
And a driver. We got a driver.
We
got a driver.
And a cameraman.
That's so I spent half my life here in Michigan and the other half out in San Francisco. I will say it's easier to get people to come visit you in San Francisco if you tell them they're going to take them up to wine country. So there is that.
There is that at all. And what we have is just a few of the wines that we and by the way, Sonoma has about over 50 varietal grapes that they produce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very important to know that. And we have Chardonnay, Six Ridges. We have Days Zen, and we have a blend from Kaluta Winery, and we're going to try these. Actually, we have two Pinot Noirs open, Russian River Valley, Gilded Ridge from that prized land. Both very, very accomplished producers. And again, Six Ridges, Kinwood, Cabernet. So George is going to go and grab the smoked salmon because we want to try the smoked salmon.
Oh, we're doing a pairing.
With this fine house, and we're gonna have it with these crackers from the Butler Pantry. Look at that, rosemary, good little crackers, bruschetta crackers, and
I'm impressed.
we're gonna open these up.
I did not know
Maybe.
we were doing. You've gone beyond the Call of Duty here.
Oh, good job, George. Okay,
It's well protected.
It's well protected. Okay, guys, we have all our crew here who's salivating, and guys, cut.
Thirsty.
We're gonna
thirsty.
Okay, first I have to get these crackers open. You see they're well sealed.
And by the way, if you are going to drink red wine with fish, any kind of fish, Pinot Noir is the one you want to do. It's the lightest. It's the one that you could get away with.
I did not know that.
Okay, guys, come here and help yourself. All right. dig up there, and we're going to try the Lola first.
Wow.
You know that.
Okay.
By the way,
Is this yours?
By the way,
That's
this is life in Saugatuck. All we do is drink wine and eat smoked salmon.
We always
And
say,
it's a good life.
we always say, in Saugatuck we live in a bubble.
It is a
We
bubble.
do.
There, yeah.
We do.
Okay. You got yours there.
All right. Okay. Wait. What do we got here?
This is
Is
well,
this,
Lola.
is this the one?
Lola.
We're not mixing.
No.
Okay, good.
You
All
guys
right.
need us to prep some fish for you?
All right.
You got it.
No, we got here. We're gonna pull this right over because we got this covered. All right. Hey, Michael, why don't you grab that right there? We're.
Oh, this looks good.
Oh, look at that.
So, do we fish first or do we wine first?
Well,
Do we fish first or do we wine
I mean,
first?
do we eat the fish or do we drink the wine first?
well,
What's
what I
the-
would do is try a little fish.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then try with a cracker. Okay, and then try it with a wine.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right. Yeah.
The cracker is the fork.
I really don't believe in a small bite. I want to
you
eat
know.
it.
I know.
Oh.
Big cracker from the.
Fabulous.
Wow.
Fabulous. And, okay. You first.
We didn't cheers.
Oh.
I mean, we need to.
Okay, guys,
Our indispensable
This-
crew.
this is
Fabulous.
it's
I gotta say.
it is fabulous. It's layered with spice. It is. Look at the color.
Is that Lola?
Absolutely.
Is that Lola?
This is Lola.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel.
This is. I mean.
I'm in Saugatuck now, but I feel like I'm in
you're in
Sonoma
Sonoma.
County.
I feel it too. I feel it.
You guys feeling it?
And this, of course, because the sun's out.
It does happen to be a
It's
warm
warm.
day here.
And it's 85 degrees. Yesterday we hit a record. This is absolutely fantastic. And this actually was able to breathe for about 20 minutes. Yeah, so that's great. And never decant your Pinot Noirs. Oxygen is a Pinot Noir's enemy.
Yeah.
So let it open up in the glass.
You and I are usually too patient to allow a lot of decanting, but it is a good practice.
We have been working on that.
We haven't.
So
Yes.
how long should we wait?
Well, put in the glass about 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Okay, or open up the bottle about 15 minutes, 20 minutes beforehand.
That's
okay?
the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a patience game.
All right. So now we got to move on. We
Right.
have to move on to. Okay, we have to actually drink this up, don't we? Because we've got to move on to the
This
other
is
one.
this is serious work here. I'm telling you.
You're a heavy pourer.
I should be a little lighter pourer. I know. Right. So now.
He's not known for his likeness of pour. To be, I'm full disclosure. Oh, I
So,
really
all
were.
right. So anyway, the next one is from Gilded Ridge, the most prized land in Sonoma.
Interesting.
Sonoma AVA.
I mean, I can't believe
And-
you poured a full glass and then you moved us over to the next one. I mean,
Well,
all right,
get
it
you
wasn't a
going.
complaint. It wasn't a complaint.
All right, and so Gilded Ridge now.
So fish and then wine.
Yep. All right, a little fish.
The fish is excellent too, by the way.
Heck, delicious.
It is that. It's very good.
So where's the fish from?
Doesn't matter.
Is it Costco?
Doesn't matter.
It's a
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
It's a secret.
I know. I struck a nerve.
No. We have limited availability here in.
Okay.
That one's good too.
But it's good. So I had to work very hard to try to get this. All right. So now we're gonna try this.
George?
All right. Think about it.
Okay.
This is just from Russian River, Gilded Ridge, and the styles, nice spice, nicely layered, easy tannins, I mean, really smooth. And
I gotta say that one is
Can we vote? Can we vote?
no, wait,
Gilded Ridge.
Gilded Ridge.
Gilded
I agree. Gilded Ridge is a bigger bowl than wine.
The Lola's very soft. It's very nice, but that thing's got
Gilded Ridge.
Yeah.
And this is my first wine, Pinot Noir, I know, right from Gilded Ridge.
I thought he was going to claim that this was his first wine. I'm like,
No.
the first one in the last 4
Oh,
I couldn't.
Well,
I
all
know.
those other videos I've
I
made,
know.
all those other videos I made would
That
cancel
was just
that.
water.
Grape juice.
So I want to thank Michael for joining us.
I like the Lola. I just want to say that.
He likes the low.
I do.
No, it's very soft. No, I can see why you would. It's very soft.
Yeah.
and- but I actually like
nice soft Lola.
And we always want to remember the wine.
Oh.
The wine is the snob, right? At the
Wow.
Butler Pantry, we have cellar to table,
It is the cellar.
and we have great wines here, and we have value.
and value.
And on Saturday, we do wine tasting from 1 to 3.
Yeah, you
And
do.
the cookies are fantastic.
And we have-
I gotta say,
We
the
have
are fantastic.
cookies, we have all kinds of baking goods, and look at the pottery. Where can you buy copper pottery
Other than the Butler Pantry.
that you don't have to clean?
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I didn't know.
no,
I
isn't
didn't
that
clean it.
amazing?
and with great celebrities.
And you're always surrounded by celebrities.
exactly.
Well, thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time. And we're moving on to Napa.
Napa.
Oh.
And then we'll be done with the North Coast. We'll move on to France.
France.
No, exactly. France.
Hey, let's hear
Thanks,
about
guys.
France. We gotta get a French flag.